Hello, everybody. Another Movement Monday for you. This one's another one about bringing attention to the fingertips. I've shared before that each of these fingertips relates to a fundamental, foundational, embryological part of our development in the shoulder girdle. So when each finger has its voice, there is ease in here, and you're going to get rid of a lot of that falling forward. This opening up is about full equal function around the shoulder girdle. So let's not have our students slouch and then possibly do all sorts of other things to try to correct it. Let's just wake up. So this could have been a wake up Wednesday, but let's just wake up the shoulder girdle by each of the fingers having their own voice. Okay, the bias towards thumb and index finger is a bit of a problem. So I'm going to share with you today a little bit about waking up the third, fourth, and fifth finger. Okay, I have put on my hand. I have used some elastic bands and just simply attached pens. Now, obviously, I'm going to keep the lids on right now. And, you probably want your students to do the same thing. So what this is, I feel like Freddy Krueger. Now, your students might not know who that is. Maybe you don't, but anyway, it feels a bit ridiculous. But so what? That's actually kind of the point of it all. I'm noticing it. Like, I can't help but notice it. I am noticing that each one of my fingers has, in this case, its own color. I've done my pearls of pinks, my favorite. Okay, so each one of these, if I were to spend 10 or 15 minutes doing port de bras, well, just class in general, with these on my fingers, do you think it would heighten my awareness of my fingers? Yeah, of course it would. Now, part of it is because of the sensation. I'm really feeling this on here. Part of it is the enhancement of the image. So here's a little thought about images. We often imagine each finger to have its own voice, its own color, a paintbrush, whatever. But when you actually give somebody the physical thing, those people that have challenges with images, of which there could be many in your class, you've given them one more piece. And again, anytime you invest in something like this, taking the time to stick all these pens on everybody, fiddling around with the elastics, it's going to eat up a bit of time. We want that. The investment of time, the physical sensation, the visual will embed this idea in a very permanent way. There will be true learning. You'll be able to refer to it forevermore. Are you painting through space? Are you drawing through space? Are you sending the colors out to your audience? All those sorts of images come to life when you've spent time on this. Now, of course, you could do all 5. I chose to do the 3 just to highlight again to you guys that these are the 3 that tend to be needing more attention. Now, one other thing about that, you can have fun with however you trace through space, right? The pathways, you could talk about the curved pathway, that semicircle, the fact that in ballet, all pathways are arcs, whereas in modern or jazz, modern, they might be curved in a carving pathway, like not on the outside of a circle, arc shape, but carving through the middle. Jazz, you could talk about them being straight pathways. Be a great way to clean up a dance, talking about all the pathways you're doing. The other thing you could do with this is ask your students to bring from home pencil, crayons, pens, elastics, all that. Okay, by giving them a task outside of class that isn't the typical practice, but fun, something about remembering. You get to learn a lot about how important students are taking all of this. If they actually remember, they're excited about the thing that you planted the seed for. And that excitement from one class to the next is huge for planting the seed of learning because they're in a different emotional state. Taking something from home, making it personal, also a different way to be in a positive emotional state, ideal for learning. Now, of course, you need to have enough there that if kids forget, you can support them by having ones to supply for them. But I think it's great fun to even just start to see who remembered, or you could build it up. You get them Tuesday and Thursdays, and on Tuesday you can say, okay, girls, next Tuesday, we're going to do this. Let's really dig into pathways with port de bras. And I want you to bring this in. And you can even show them, but maybe you only have 3 to demonstrate. They know that they have to therefore supply from home, or it would take too long for every single person to borrow your 3 that you only have. Then on Thursday, you build up the excitement again, and you remind them of that. Also be a good time to implement things like communication ways of saying, well, do you have a dance journal? Do you have something where you write your notes in to remember things? Okay, so any way to get them involved, even remembering to pack these, okay, will remind them that there's something to do with your hands. You could show it once, again, then they're packing them. They're back to this idea. Maybe they've seen you do it. Then when they're unpacking their dance bag, putting their pens back into wherever their stash of pens or pencil crayons are, they're remembering the learning that happened in class the day or two or hour, or whenever it was they finally got to unpacking their dance bag a bit. Okay, so again, all this repetition, but in a fun way, not nagging. Okay, and I suggest you don't do it for too long. You can, or not too tight, but have good fun with it. I'd love to know how that goes for you. I guarantee you it will be a memorable experience. And that memorable experience, memory, is the foundation of learning. Okay, until next time. Thank you. Oh, bye.